Hey everyone, just wanted to share this settings and Sardinia and windmills track walkthrough. Here are my settings. Lower rear ride height, much lower, softer rear spring. Compression pretty much left the same, rebound up a couple of clicks, and more camber in the rear. A lot of it's to give rear end grip and stability. Since you're sliding half the time, you want it to hook up on throttle as much as you can, hence the 60 toe. 20 toe out was really helpful with controlling exit oversteer and with turn in. So that was a big part of that. The diff, it seemed to be there's a lot of gray area in what to set up. I did find the lower acceleration helpful, so the outer wheel doesn't get more power and try to rotate the car more. If you try the setting out and you find it a little too understeery on throttle, go up a couple of clicks on this, and that should be more than enough to get the car rotating on throttle. Another big thing that helped out was increasing the ride height. I tried having it even front and rear, but I found having it lowered in the rear helped hook up on throttle a little better. That's probably preference, but give this setup a shot with the LSD acceleration at 10. And again, if it's a little understeery then on throttle, then give this a couple clicks up. As far as transmission, I found this transmission gearing to be very useful. The only thing I didn't really mess with is final gear. I'm thinking that this is probably fair. If the final gear is too low, probably have too much wheel spin. I think that perhaps having a higher final gear may give you better traction, since it's going through a bigger gear, but that's something I haven't tested yet. With this current setting, with my my current weight versus base weight, the times are really close. I believe it was a 125.6 with this weight. I'm sorry, 126 flat. And then with the lowest weight setting, it was about a 125.5. It seems like the heavier weight doesn't really impact too much, which is good news. Probably more weight to load the tires for traction, at the cost of the car swaying a lot. With gear changing, I usually rev about halfway up the RPM bar, but since you're in a sand sliding a lot, I over rev just a little bit. There's a couple of key points. Spend a lot of time in this turn. I'll show you how I get around it, but the point is to minimize the sliding, maximize the track width. You can go on the grass, it does not hurt at all. There's a couple of spots where it's dicey, but if you're using the entire track width, it's gonna be to your benefit. There's a couple of spots where if you do use the track's width, it's gonna hurt you because of bumps, but I think the exception is coming up to this corner here. I stay off of the grass, pitch it in, and about here I'm making a straight line, half throttle off so the rear end doesn't slide too much. Completely off the throttle to get the car to kind of rotate the front end to dig in, and then use the entire track width. The maximum ride height did help in this section here. So just make sure the car's straight when you go over those humps. So going back to this section first before doing a full hot lap, you'll spend a lot of time in this corner. So what I do is brake, reduce some speed, come out to about here, and then point it in and then go again. So it's like instead of making one round turn, it's 2 turns. Or yeah, basically 2 turns. Stay off this wall so you can pitch in and then start accelerating, use the entire track width. If you're out on that wall, you went too fast to that corner. Maximize the track width on the second hump, start turning it in, aim for the bushes, straighten up the car, aiming for that windmill, this middle windmill, switching to fifth, keeping as straight as possible. I can get about 120 miles an hour in this straight. Stay off the grass, pitch in, easy on the throttle, straight line, half off the gas, counter steering the entire time, aiming for the end of this flag, aiming for this bush, and then using the whole track width. Aiming for this bush here, just grazing it, keep the steering wheel straight, back to start finish. Start aiming for this bush here early, brake at the bush, start turning it in, aim for the windmill on the far left. Here I should be able to half throttle off, just flat on the gas here, dab the brakes, let the car venture out wide, off the throttle again to turn the car in, hard on the throttle, keep it pinned, and stay really close to the fence there. Switching into fourth gives you more acceleration, stay tight to this tall tree on the right, hit the brakes, stay off the wall so you can pitch it in, hard on the gas. I got flung to the side, so that was not good. This section's really fun. As soon as the second landing comes, aim for under the bushes, the middle windmill, straight line. I brake at this coming white fence, a GoPro fence on the right side, and try to make this a straight line as much as possible. Easy off the gas, because if you are completely off, you're just sliding the whole time. Huge time waster in this corner here. Give that one more go and see what kind of lap time we can get. Want to try to make it to the left side here so we don't sacrifice too much speed into this corner. Keeping my speed up, make this a double apex. Being out here is fine. As long as you can straighten up the car by this sign here. I should be closer to the fence, but I'm not. I probably lost a lot of time coming out of that. Stay off the grass, pitch it in so your nose is pointing towards the barrel. Hard on the gas. We're up to about 60 and then shift gears. Wait for the second hump. Turn in hard, counter steer. Flat the whole time. Try to make this a straight line as much as possible. If you're sideways, you're losing speed. Turn in hard, half throttle to manage the rear. Make this a straight line, off the throttle early. Not a very good exit here. See if we can give it one more go. I think we can get one more in here. Switching to third so I can try to make that corner. Off the throttle, pitch it in. Hard on the throttle again. Plant the rear, stay close to the fence. Sawing at the wheel the whole time. But yeah, that's pretty much the tutorial. I don't know what the race is going to be like. It's going to be really strange. Really wish I could be in it. Take your time passing. I'd imagine it's going to be bumper cars galore. I would just say take your time, because someone's inevitably going to make a mistake and you can take advantage of it. Really want to get another good lap in here. Alright, let's see if we can get this lap in. I'll take my time here, be patient. Too much sliding there. I'm on the wrong side of the track. There's a bump here in the middle that could disturb your car. Just be careful with that. Don't aim for these bushes, aim for this big tree. Brake straight. Barely made that one. Alright, so we're up on time. Second bump. I should have turned harder. Speed up here. Maybe some more toe out would help. Yeah, my line here is kind of bad now. I was up. I just lost the time right there. That's a fast lap at the windmills. Hopefully everyone has fun. Hopefully everyone had a nice New Year's and a Merry Christmas and all of that. I'm not sure what track's after the windmills, but I will see you guys on the next track.